At some point in life, often after the age of 50, we begin to notice small changes in our body. Nothing dramatic at first. Maybe our knees feel a little stiff. When you get out of bed, maybe you pause for a moment, trying to remember a name that once came instantly. Or perhaps one day you suddenly need reading glasses, even though your vision worked perfectly last year. These changes rarely arrived at once. They sneak in quietly, almost like guests rearranging your routine without asking permissions. And one day you realize, my body is speaking a different language now. In my own 50s, I noticed that my energy didn't last. I could no longer rely on coffee and adrenaline to carry out my normal daily routines. I needed real rest, quiet mornings, breaks from screens, small pauses throughout the day. At first, I saw this as a weakness. I even felt guilty for waiting to rest, as if rest meant laziness. But slowly, I realized something important. My body wasn't asking me to stop. It was asking me to pay attention. Listening to the body is actually a skill, and most of us were never taught about it. It means noticing the difference between being a little tired and being completely drained. It means asking, what would help me feel better? How much more can I push? And it means understanding sometimes simple things like rest is not the enemy of productivity. Rest is a part of health. As we grow older, the body becomes more sensitive, just clearer. It no longer tolerates poor sleep, junk food, constant stress, long periods of inactivity. But something interesting also happens. When we treat our body well, it responds surprisingly very fast. A little movement, better sleep, healthier food, and suddenly we feel lighter, more focused, more balanced. I've met people in their 60s who feel healthier than they did in their 30s. Not because they are trying to look young, but because they finally learned something important. They stopped fighting their body and started cooperating with it. In our younger years, exercise is often about goals, appearance, competition, something like that. But after 50, movement becomes something softer, something more meaningful. A walk in the park, very gentle, or stretching, yoga, tai chi, swimming, gardening, all of these help. The goal changes. It is not about impressing others, but feeling at home in your own body. Food also becomes a language, not rules, not restrictions, not awareness. We begin to notice which foods give us energy, which foods affect our mood, which meals disturb our sleep, which snacks cause discomfort. And sleep also a very important thing. When we were younger, sleep felt optional, almost like a luxury. After 50, sleep becomes one of the most important and powerful things in our life. Good sleep improves our memory, our mood, our digestion, our patience, and our immunity, and also mental clarity. And somewhere in there, something beautiful happens along this journey. We stop seeing the body as a problem to fix. We start seeing it as a loyal companion. This body has carried us through every joy, every mistake, every challenge, every illness, every recovery. It never abandoned us, even when we ignored its signals. And perhaps the stage of life that we are in is an invitation to treat our body with kindness, to listen more carefully, and to live in better alignment with ourselves. If this reflection resonates with you, I explored this topic more deeply in my book. It is called How to Live a Happier Life After 50. You can find this book in the link below or in Amazon. Thank you for watching.